Hi everybody, I'm back with another process video. This one's called I Love Your Smile. I did this April 11th of this year and it took me about almost 2 hours to make this layout. Here I'm showing you some of the products that I think I want to use. These are mostly made up of my stash. I am using the Capture Life by Allison Kreft. It is from Echo Park Paper, and I'm also using some papers or some embellishments from the DCVW Vintage Collector Stack. I'm showing you here that this paper is called Bokeh Blur, and the other one you were able to see right beforehand. I'm sorry I didn't catch it. I did use a cut file from the Silhouette store, and I decided that I wanted to use this, what is that, like a film strip? I used some of that paper to back the picture, and here I am starting to back some of the pieces of that frame with some pattern paper, and I just showed you how I did the first one, and then I saved you the trouble of watching me glue the rest. This is one of the layouts that I am creating for my niece, and I really like how this layout turned out. I am using some Scrapbooker's glue from Scotch, and it says it's photo safe, so I'm glad for that. Here, that Love, Love, Love is a Mambi pocket page, and I'm using the Capture Today to back that up, and also two of the other scraps of paper that I had used on the other from the other pattern papers that I had used. I did use these two tags from, where are they from? They're from American Crafts, and they come from the DIY shop from American Crafts. They came in the plastic mason looking jars, so that's what those are. And then let's see here, I decided that I wanted to back the bokeh paper up because even though it's really pretty, I didn't feel like I wanted everything kind of floating in the middle, and I feel like I needed to frame everything. So I did use another pattern, and I gutted it, which I said I was going to stop doing, but I'm glad that I didn't use the entire sheet because I did use the top frame of that photo film strip. That's the other side of that turquoise frame paper. So I did want to use this little pocket, and I do end up changing the look of the layout. I do end up shifting that pocket over to the right hand side of the photo and leaving the Love, Love, Love card on the left hand side as you're seeing it right now. So here I'm showing you that the white looked too stark against that bokeh, and I kind of wanted it to not blend in but kind of match or to go with. And I'm using this Jelly Roll pen from Sakura to outline the silhouette cut that I found at the Silhouette store. And I used the Dilution Spray ink. It's called Crushed Grape, I believe. I think the still showed a picture of it next to the pen. So I found that when I did that purple, it was kind of losing itself in the bokeh, or it seemed like it wouldn't stand out as much. So in order to give it a buffer, I used a piece of vellum, and then I'm like, why don't I use a piece of vellum on everything? And so I tried this pattern vellum, and then I found out that it didn't work. And when I shifted everything off of the vellum underneath, all my tags moved and my cards. So I said, oh, that looks great. So I decided to shift my tag and my pocket over to the right hand side. I decided that I do want to use the vellum because I thought about it for a little bit, and then I fishtail the ends of the vellum to make it look like a banner, and it just gives it a different look. It doesn't look so boxy, or just a different detail. And so here I trace the outline of the vellum with a Copic marker, and it's probably like one of those, like a C3 or something. That's what I have. It's like a neutral or a cool tone, I think, is what the C is for. I don't know. But so I glue the silhouette cut file onto the vellum with my ATG gun, and I decided this is pretty much going to be the look for my layout. I stick the bottom, or I glue the top I glue the back of the tag, and then I glue the little pocket in front of the tag, and I use a die cut, like a small Polaroid, so my niece can write a note, and I put the tag in there. It's one of the Polaroid looking cut apart sheets from Dear Lizzie, and I cut one of the Polaroid pages, and I think I show you later on in the video. When I pulled up my vellum piece to kind of set everything over, I pulled up part of the piece of the paper and I just tried to glue that back as best I could, and I colored it with another Copic marker to kind of blend in with the paper, but you can't even really tell because I didn't glue the vellum all the way down to everything. So here I'm shopping for little areas of embellishment, and I pulled out these what did I say they were? The Vintage Collector from VCDW. I do use 2 letters from that Heidi Swapp Alphabet glittery sticker sheet set. And I do use a couple of those chipboards from that Heidi Swapp set that you see there on the right hand side. And mostly the chipboard hearts. And I did use a floral piece above that happy heart sticker, and that's also dimensional, and you'll see close-ups of, I took several pictures of the close-ups so that you can see the dimension and all those Vintage Collector stickers. They're not new, these are a couple of years old, but I still have lots of this collection, and so I feel like they the picture is of my niece and her son, and I feel like the filter that they used made the picture look very soft, and they're both smiling and they have great smiles, and I just wanted to create like a soft look, something warm, something, even though it's purple and turquoise and they're very kind of like pale, and I just wanted to evoke a kind of warm feeling. So all the hearts and the dark wood on the happy and the even the hearts, the chipboard hearts from Heidi Swapp, they're all like a tan colored or an aged beige. So it gave it a warmth in contrast to the purple. And this is all florals and dimensional hearts, and they say happy. And so I'm just looking for different things to add to create different textures. And I found these sticker Polaroid pictures, and those are from the Capture Life sticker sheet that comes in that paper pack. So this was a lot of fun once I got the layout of, or the look of the layout that I wanted. Everything else was just looking for little embellishments to go around and frame the photo, which I had a lot of fun doing. I didn't think, I hope I didn't over embellish it, but the part where it is embellished and where I get to embellish all these tiny little elements was really fun. And even though it took me quite a bit of time, I loved the process, and I like how the look ended up. Let's see here. So here I find that I put some phrase stickers. The one to the bottom, it says choose to be happy over by the E. And I chose another one that says enjoy today under my nephew. XOXO on the top heart, and how sweet it is to be loved by you above my niece's head. So I'm showing you a close-up. I embellish way more still. I do add some black dilution spray ink going across or all around the frame to frame it and give it some more texture. And I do add crochet string to the tag on the right and to the little pull-out tag that I use as a journaling spot for her. But up close you'll see the details of the pictures. Here's the finished look of that one, of the whole layout, and now come the close-ups. So if you have any questions or comments, don't hesitate to leave them down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I will see you again for the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!